There's a saying that goes that once you engage in bourgeois politics, you don't change the system changes you. And I believe that to be absolutely true, and why the elections are not to be run in. Yes, Lenin did put forward some works saying that we should engage in them to measure our own popularity, to measure, what kind of mood the people are in. But in the end, it's a fruitless endeavor, because you can't win, because it's the bourgeois system and they won't let you win. Case in point. Here are some progressives, people who have said need to be in office because they will change things and they will be better because they are progressives. Yet these progressive positions have been completely eroded by the fact that they have participated in bourgeois parliamentarianism and have to change the things that they do accordingly, demonstrating that engaging in bourgeois parliamentarianism does not change anything. Israel's government and its Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have repeatedly accepted the calls for a two-state solution, saying in his Bar-Ilan speech that we are ready to agree to a peace agreement, a demilitarized Palestinian state side by side with a Jewish state. Needless to say, this government is led by the Likud party, whose leader is Prime Minister Netanyahu. There have been countless recent affirmations of the Israeli government's belief in a two-state solution for the peoples as the end result of a negotiated deal. Hamas has not changed their ideology or practices since they were founded in 1987. They are still one of the region's most dangerous Islamic terrorist organizations, who celebrated the kidnapping and murder of innocent children, perpetuated numerous suicide bombing attacks on Israeli buses, and only recently launched thousands of rockets indiscriminately with the goal to kill as many Israelis, Jews, and non-Jews as possible. It is highly inappropriate to insinuate that Hamas is now somehow recognizes Israel's right to exist just days after a recent conflict ended, with a senior Hamas spokesman saying that the time has come for us to say that the true war is not aimed at the opening border crossings. Our true war is aimed at the liberation of Jerusalem, Allah willing. Hamas has never once claimed that it would live side by side with the state of Israel. Actually, this is completely false. And in fact, Israel has never believed in a two-state solution. Their goal from the beginning has been nothing but the complete extermination of all Palestinian people for one unified Zionist state. What Elizabeth Warren is saying here is blatantly false. Bernie Sanders is no better.
Israel, or anybody in this room, happy or feel good about the kind of civilian death that we've seen in Gaza? The answer is no. Has Israel overreacted? Have they bombed UN facilities? The answer is yes. That is terribly, terribly wrong in my mind. On the other hand, and there is another hand on this issue, you have a situation where Hamas is sending missiles into Israel. Okay. And you know where some of those missiles are coming from? They're coming from populated areas. That's a fact. Hamas has used money that came into Gaza for construction purposes, and God knows they need roads and all the things that they need, and used some of that money to build these very sophisticated tunnels into Israel for military purposes.
For survival purposes.
Okay, one second.
Yes,
no, I don't want to be interrupted. The question was asked. It's a fair question. And I'm trying to... Look, if you don't...
Yes, they did.
You don't... Excuse me. Shut up. You don't have the microphone. You've asked... I don't want police officers here.
You're going to arrest people?
No, I'm not going to arrest people. But are you going to allow us... Are you going to allow us to have a discussion? What do you think?
You come down here. You're up there. Come down to be Democratic. So I have a discussion with people.
Are you asking for the question?
Occupied populations have the right to resist.
All right. In my view, you're entitled to your view. I am entitled to my view. In my view, Hamas has done those things, and on top of that, Hamas is very clear. Their view is that Israel should not have a right to exist. That's the fact. All right. Hey, you know what?
It's not a dirty word.
Okay.
It's not just a terrorist group. It's a religion.
All right. Furthermore,
Something to people like Israel.
And should I remind you of Kashama Sawat, the so-called socialist from the Social Democrat Party? We also condemn the indiscriminate rocket attacks by Hamas against the civilian population living in Israel. We stand in solidarity with the ordinary people of Israel and their desire for security, and in particular with the Israeli anti-war movement. We stand in solidarity with the ordinary people of both Israel in their desire for security. Apparently, according to Kashama Sawat, Palestine and its people, particularly Gazans, have no right to defend themselves from the ongoing slaughter that is being carried out against them. This is what happens when you get involved in bourgeois electoral politics. You do not change the system changes you. And it should not be surprising that the Trot sides with the pro-imperialist nation. This has been a problem the Trotskyists have always had. Thank you for watching. Please comment and rate the video. If you liked it, hit subscribe or check out some of these other great videos. If you wish, share it on social media. While you're at it, why don't you follow me on Twitter? And if you got time, go on over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.